Hello and welcome to another SpeedWalk. I'm Ben.
I'm Shane.
Let's get right to it. Australian Adam Scott bogeyed the last 4 holes of the Open Championship, including a 10-footer on number 18 that would have forced a playoff between Scott and the eventual champion Ernie Els. The collapse was so legendary that Sportsbook Sports Betting Online made the decision to refund anyone who lost money on Scott. Dave Johnson, the head oddsmaker for the website, told CBS, "We feel like it's our duty to refund the players for taking such a bad beat. This collapse was historic, and we know the bettors who had it must feel as awful as he does." Jane, wonder if anyone who went out and bought a belly putter will get their money back.
Yeah, man, I just wish they were refunding John Daly because I bet $13,000, which is everything Emily and I had on Daly to win. It was just really stupid. Yeah, huge choke, man. Huge choke by Adam Scott. Cool move by sports betting, I guess.
You feel bad for Adam Scott?
Oh, of course, man. You golf so much.
You shouldn't. You should do a Google image search of Adam Scott golf and girlfriend and see what results you get.
Dude, my girlfriend was spending the whole afternoon telling me how hot Adam Scott was. And I was like, what about Ernie Els? And she's
glad
like,
he lost.
No. Okay, Ben, Penn State got creamed by the NCAA. Probably could have used a better word there. You know what I mean. They got slaughtered with a 4-year bowl ban, lost a scholarship, $60 million, vacated wins. I love it because I wanted to see Penn State get theirs after they don't accept accountability. What do you think about what the NCAA is doing?
I like that they stepped in and did something. I don't like that they vacated wins, and I don't like that they threatened them with a harsher punishment in order to get them not to fight the ban that they put on them.
So you're saying it's a little strong-arm Banana Republic dictator actions here by Mark Emmert?
Yes, definitely. 57-year-old Chinese farmer Chen Guanming allegedly completed a 2-year trek via rickshaw from China to the Olympic Games in London. According to Guanming, he began the trip in 2010, covered 16 countries on his way to the Summer Games, arriving by ferry from France at the beginning of the month. It's his first time leaving China, and he chose to make the trip to, quote, spread the Olympic spirit. Oh, by the way, he needs a ticket to the opening ceremony. Shane, do you believe him, or is this fake?
First of all, was he in the rickshaw with, some slave he bought, taking him, or was he carrying the rickshaw?
Does not say.
You know, it doesn't matter if I believe him or not, because, Ben, if your journey is by rickshaw, you rickshaw the whole way, and that includes across the English Channel. You don't skimp on that last portion of the passage. Doesn't count. Sorry, friend.
Well, Guanming also told ESPN that he plans to go to the Rio Games, and he might want to check out Google Maps before firing up the rickshaw for that trip.
Well, that transatlantic bridge is almost done, isn't it? Ben, speaking of the Olympics, are you as psyched as I am for Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte about to have the duel of duels, which I think is the greatest individual Olympic duel of my lifetime? Not country, but individual.
I'll buy that. 2 great athletes, high-profile Olympic sport going at it. I'm a fan. I'll buy it.
Will you come to a bar with me next weekend to watch their last race?
To watch swimming? No.
No?
No, absolutely not.
There's a great swimming bar in town.
Absolutely not. All right, so according to Deadspin, Australian news outlets are crawling all over each other to report a public flirtation by U.S. swimmer Ryan Lochte, who you just mentioned, and Australian star swimmer Blair Evans in London. News outlets are reporting that Lochte slipped under several lanes of ropes to go say hello, and there was, quote, brief underwater hand-touching between the 2 medal contenders before they boarded the same bus and headed back to the Olympic Village. Why are we so fascinated by sex in the Olympics?
Because it's awesome, and I'll tell you another thing. We should have more access, reality shows in the Olympic Village, which is a giant sex fest. I use more explicit terms in the podcast. But also, I want to say that if they had just touched hands normally, in open air, it would have been whatever. You'd be a little interested. But there's something about the fact that there was brief underwater contact that sounds so illicit, so dirty, so titillating. I love it. I love the gossip, man.
And there's something about that U.S.-Aussie connection. They're not the only couple that are at the games. Earlier this month, U.S. Soccer's Megan Rapinoe opened up about her relationship with Australian footballer Sarah Walsh. I guess love really is the international language.
And we're bound by our mutual hatred of Great Britain, our former overlords. Ben, speaking of international relations, North Korea, their soccer team was playing yesterday against Colombia, and the organizers flew the South Korean flag. Now, traditionally, these countries don't get along. Let's put it that way. They walked off the field and had to be cajoled out. It took a half hour before they'd play. What's the deal there? Did they make the right call? Could there possibly be a bigger blunder?
Troll so hard, Great Britain, troll so hard. That's all I got to say. You know what you were doing. You know what you were doing.
Ben, this has been a great speedwalk.
Oh, we got one more.
Oh,
man.
God, hit me with it.
We got to go right back at England here.
Okay.
The MLS All-Stars last night topped European champion Chelsea 3-2 in Philadelphia with goals by Chris Wondolowski, Chris Pontius, and the game winner in injury time by Eddie Johnson. MLS All-Star team is now 5-3 against European clubs in the All-Star game. One of those losses coming in penalties against Tim Howard and Everton. Does anything I said just matter one bit to American soccer?
Yeah, it does a little bit, because it means we're sort of maybe kind of possibly on a trajectory to eventually maybe possibly somewhat become on level ground with the greatest soccer players in the world. And also, what a cool all-star format.
I like the format. I disagree with everything else he just said. Bigger deal last night. Michael Bradley scored in his debut with Roma at Fenway Park when they beat Liverpool 2-1. Big goal. That's going to change that. That's the Speedwalk. I'm Ben.
I'm Shane. Bye. Cut that out.